questions for Murph? We'll start second row in the middle.
Murph, defense and pitching or relief pitching were the two things that kind of carried you guys more than anything. It seemed like tonight it's the two things that kind of hurt you the most.
Yeah, I mean we've been good all year in the bullpen. We had a lead in the game, and we had four of the best relievers in the game eligible, so we felt pretty good about it.
Second row to the right, Tyler.
Murph, what did you see in Peralta? He had obviously retired 9 guys in a row, but was there something that you saw that made you think, well, he's not at his best?
I don't think he retired 9 in a row, but maybe 3, 6. Well, one was a hard contact sac fly to center, but it isn't about that. You know, he's probably 18 pitches from where he kind of is limit. We take the lead in the game. We've got a full bullpen. It's a playoff game. You don't, well, you know, we'd like to get him to 5 because of our bullpen usage over the week. You don't do that. You're playing to win tonight. And Piamps has got a 1.03 ERA in 30 games. Hasn't given up a run in 12 outings. You know, if Piamps gets into the top of the order again, or if Peralta gets to the top of the order again, then it changes how we use the bullpen usage. Then Ashby has to come in for Nemo and get the ground ball like he did. But Piamps is out of the inning. You know what I mean? And we're not even talking about this. That's a good outing for Freddie. He was very emotional. So those 70 pitches are a little different when it's that much emotion. And Piamps got the great play by Churio. Then it's a tough left field out there at that time of day. So that second ball, although should have been caught, give the kid credit. It's a tough line drive in that sun. That's the one spot of the field. It's tough. He doesn't catch that ball. So now we got to get 4 outs. Piamps gets the next out. Then he doesn't cover first. And then 2 infield hits. And then we bring in Ashby, he gives up an infield hit. Then he gives up another hit and another hit. And they got to face 3 hitters. So it's unlike Ashby. He's been one of our best guys. His stuff is unbelievable. It's just unfortunate. Credit to the Mets, all they've been through, and credit to them, no doubt about it. But, you know, Piamps and Ashby, leaving Freddie in one more inning, maybe we could have. It would have changed how we used the relievers, but maybe we could have. But I felt like we just took the lead. He'd been an emotional 70 pitches. What has he got, 20 left? He's usually between 83 and 90 is when he kind of loses a little bit on his fastball. I didn't want to face those guys 3 times around, so that was kind of my explanation, knowing that, you know.
Staying right there, Adam.
Murph, when you look at your night offensively, probably just kind of looking at the scorecard, you kind of see a lot of marks at the beginning and then not many marks at the end.
Same with them. Neither team got a hit after those runs scored. Neither team got a hit after the run scored. Interesting. You know, I don't know what inning that was when they got the 5, but whatever it was, nobody got a hit after that. Isn't that crazy?
We'll go to the left, 4th row, and then we'll come back at him.
Murph, after listening to some of your explanations, it just seems like it was uncharacteristic baseball by your team. How do you get them to get back to being themselves for tomorrow's
What was
elimination?
uncharacteristic?
You're saying, you know, Piamps is really good. He didn't cover the base.
Right.
The outfield, the misplay, the defense. I mean, just some uncharacteristic moments here and there.
I think teams are going to have moments, you know. I mean, this was a big game to have those moments in, but, you know, every team had misplays. They had their third baseman didn't field the ball early in the game. You know, they capitalized at the right time. We had first and third, 1 out, hit into a double play. We had another situation, second and third, didn't capitalize. We've had situations too early that you could say Severino uncharacteristically didn't throw strikes, you know, early. and he got himself in trouble. But it's just the way it worked out. That big inning takes the wind out of your sails, and it was emotional for both teams. Once it got to be 8-4, nobody did a thing. But credit to Severino settling down and really getting after it, making some great pitches. The reliever came in. Buto was fantastic, and Stanek was great at the end. So credit where credit's due. And they had timely hitting. They hit the ball where we weren't, and give them credit. Nobody hit a homer, and that's unusual in a game. But, yeah, Freddie was a little off his game in that second inning. The emotions of the first inning, I think, maybe got to him a little bit. He gave up the triple and the sac fly, a couple hard contacts in a row, 3 hard contacts that inning, and then he settled in a little bit. But when his pitch count got up, and I felt like we had the full bullpen, the game changed. You got to cover first. You can't give him 5 outs in an inning, but it happens.
We'll go back to that second row. Adam?
Murph, I don't know what you expected from Jackson in a big game, big stage like this. What did you see, and especially in those early at-bats, kind of some loud contact?
Yeah, Jackson was fantastic, man. He's 20 years old. 20 years old to play the defense he played in that setting. Some of his good at-bats, he's swinging, and he's a special player. I'm really happy for him, and he knows that the thing that I get happy about, Adam, is I get happy when a player knows he belongs. You know what I mean? Hey, I belong. And I like the big moments, and I like being in this situation, and I expect a lot of myself. That, translates to a really, really good all-star type player. And, yeah, Milwaukee fans, he's special. We got a game to play tomorrow, and we usually respond. This is one of the great things about this ball club, is that they respond. And, yeah, I respect the Mets a great deal. I think we'll come out and compete tomorrow.
We'll go to the right, fourth row.
Regarding tomorrow, are you ready to announce a starting pitcher? And if you
Yeah, we're going to start Frankie Montas tomorrow.
what went into that decision? What did you see from Montas since he's gotten here that made you want to?
Well, Frankie's been great. We just wanted to see how this game rolled out. Having to use Savali, who was sensational also. Him and Mears pitched really well. It's really encouraging. Yeah, having thrown Savali, it made the decision easy. Savali's thrown the ball great for us recently too. And so Frankie will get to start tomorrow.
All right, we'll just do a couple more. Second row on the left.
Murph, can you expound a little bit on what you see in their temperament, how you think they'll handle this moment and what is to come tomorrow? Yeah,
I think that this team all year long, played with an urgency. They really did. Once we clinched on the 18th, we're 10 games up in the conference. I think we ended up winning the division by 10 games. They were a little bit, and there were some games where I mentioned we took the foot off the gas a little bit, tried to give some guys some rest, but they're disappointed. They're disappointed how this game went. It's a big blow because we were in control of the game, and in 12 pitches we're not in control of the game over a misplay in the outfield. It was a tough ball, and then a not cover first to end the inning, and then 5-run score after that. You know what I mean? That's tough to recover from. That's a big blow. Credit the Mets for capitalizing, but it is what it is. Now this team has responded in all those. Remember, the Dodgers beat the daylights out of us twice. We responded. The Yankees beat the daylights out of us twice. We responded. I think we'll respond. Now they got their 1 and 2 going, so they got Manaea tomorrow, who's very, very good. So,
Last question, second row on the right.
Murph, just to go back to that Ashby outing, did it seem to snowball on him a little bit? Was the command off? What did you see from
yeah,
him?
To be honest, I haven't watched it. What I think happened is the game sped up on him a little bit. he still had his good velo, but he didn't have his good sink, he didn't have his good movement on it. And then he was it seemed a little tentative on his break and stuff. But, you saw in 97 and 99, the kid him and Piamps have been, along with McGill and Williams, those have been, four of the best relievers in the game, if you do the numbers. So I was pretty confident that with Piamps 1, Ashby 2, McGill and Williams were good. It didn't work that way, so,
All right. Thanks for your time, Murph.
thank you.
See you tomorrow.